How's it going? How's it going, guys? Corey, the random guy, here with you today. Finally, I know it has been a while. I'm going to save that for another video. Today, we are going to build I want to say probably right around 2005 gaming PC I've been wanting to kind of build for a while. It's got what is it? It's an AMD FX55. The board is capable of 4 gig of DDR RAM. I have 4 gig in it, but a lot of the stuff that I've acquired from my stepdad's passing, I don't know if those chips actually work, but I guess we're gonna find out together. So the setup that I've got, you guys will have to tell me in the comments below if you guys kind of like the setup that I've got. I've got another camera sitting over on my very messy workbench. It's like I said, guys, don't mind the mess. We are still trying to organize after getting all of this stuff here. Without further ado, let me get set up. Let's get started. Future me here. This video was supposed to show you the motherboard getting put in and all that stuff, and running through the RAM problems, the video problems that I was running into. But for some reason, I had multiple audio sources going into this video. And I could not fix it for the life of me.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm sorry, the audio was just too crappy. You couldn't understand. It had like a reverb type thing going on. Sometimes it'd have an echo. I couldn't fix it. Hopefully you guys will still enjoy this video. Let's get back to installing Windows XP and getting it running. Okay, kind of a jerry-rigged way of how I got this thing set up. So the camera I'm using was from 2002, I do believe. There's the splash screen for the BIOS. So anyway, this camera, it is a little slow, in case you guys haven't noticed. I would really like to get a capture card one of these days and actually, sorry, I'm eating at the same time, and actually show you guys properly on the screen on what's going on. But as you guys can see, there's a 2.6 gigahertz, 3 gig of RAM, and it found the hard drive. Now it does say floppy disk fail because it does not have one in there. Let me see if I can focus on the screen a little bit. This has a manual adjustment when it comes to focus. Looks like that's as good as it's gonna get. So it's reading the floppy disk fail because there is none. So we're just gonna go in here, go into setup, and we're gonna turn that off. So we're gonna do, let's see, it's been a while since I've seen one of these. Let's see, CIE, no. Let's go standard CMOS. Ah, yes, I need to set the time and date on this, but I probably should do that so that the installation will be better. Today is the 13th. Ah. 2026. Okay. I keep hitting the wrong freaking button. Let's see. It is currently 3:10 in the afternoon of recording this. Holy crap. Alright, so I do believe this goes by military times. Alright, so now we're going to go back now that that's set. See if I can find first boot. Actually, let's go ahead and change that to CD-ROM. Alright. So it looks like it's bumping that card up to a 16 speed, which is nice. This has an NVIDIA chipset in it, so that does kind of explain why it complains a lot about AMD or an ATI card being in there. For devices, I'm trying to find a floppy so I can disable that because I'm not really going to have one right now. Looks like I was just in here. Let's see. BIOS. Cool clock ratio. So it looks like I can do a little bit of overclocking on this too, but I'm not going to do that right now. All right. So we're just going to save. Save to CMOS and exit. Yes. Isn't that a beautiful splash screen? The CPU is sitting up at 96 degrees, which isn't really bad. So I have chosen to run with Windows XP with Service Pack 2. I've got multiple copies of this, so I had one copy pulled out. I don't know where it went. You guys are hanging on the front door panel of the computer itself. So let's give that a second, see if it'll actually read it. Sounds like it's struggling. All right. Hit F1 to continue. Let's see if it'll try to read off the CD-ROM. Boot from CD. There's nothing on this drive. At least there shouldn't be. I did get that original CD-ROM to pop open on its own. So let me flop that back in there real quick and we'll see if we can get a different result here.
A few moments later.
Okay. So I have a different CD-ROM in there now. Let's see if it yields any difference. Looks like the activity light is stuck on the actual CD-ROM itself. That could be telling me that there's a disk in it. Sometimes those older ones will say that. Let's just see what it does. All right, boot from CD, here we go. So this is, like I said, Windows XP Pro Service Pack 2. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to see the SATA drive, but it should. I'm hoping. I guess we're going to find out. Now, this Asus CD-ROM that's in here is a 16 speed, not a 52, not a 50, not a 48. It's a 16. Now, I do not know if it's reading at 16 speed on a regular CD, but I'll go ahead and fast forward through all this. And real quick, while this thing is loading up, I wanted to let you guys know too, and I think I've already mentioned this, but this is going to be my personal quote-unquote retro gaming rig. It's going to be quite interesting to see what this thing can actually play and what it cannot. My personal favorites was Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2. I haven't tried any of the first Call of Duties on here yet, but it would be really interesting to see. So yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna see probably a little bit of this computer in this here video series. I've got God's plenty of other stuff to do with all these computers. I actually have one from when I was a teenager sitting on a shelf. It's a Pentium 3, and I'll show you guys that in another video. Enter, be professional. This camera has some really low quality, so I apologize. I've got 3 cameras hooked up to this computer. So I've got one that goes to my face, I've got one that goes to the workbench. I'm just kind of using this one to show the screen right now. We'll see. We'll see how well this turns out when I go edit videos. We'll give this a few more seconds here. I think it. Oh, that's what I thought. Had to give it a second to think. So we're going to hit F8 to agree because Microsoft is, we are going to delete the partitions on this drive. I don't really need anything on it. Hit Enter, hit L for delete. And then we're going to also delete this partition. L to delete. All right. Press Enter to install. We're going to go ahead and do a quick NTFS format. So we're just going to let this copy through and see you guys when it's done. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna hit F1 again. I've got to figure out where that floppy disk thing is in that, but for now, we'll just hit F1. We're not going to boot from CD this time. Just going to let it roll. So at this point in the installation, you don't want to boot from CD because then you'll have to go through all that process again. Looky there, Windows XP. Wow, this camera is slow. That's insane. Okay, so it looks like it's going to go through the installation. It'll probably ask me for a product key. I do not have one. Probably just going to go ahead and do the, what is it? They've actually changed it now. You can actually go online now, type in the little code that it gives you, and then it'll report back another code that you have to put in order to activate Windows. But we're not going to worry about that right this minute. We're just going to blast through this and get onto the desktop. I'll see you guys when it's done. So while this thing is installing, I'll give you guys a little bit of a backstory on this Pentium 3 Dell that I've got. I've had this thing since I was a teenager. It's amazing that my stepdad kept it all these years, and it does work. The only issue with it is the Pentium 3, it's a 450 megahertz. It's got 384 megs of RAM. It can't really play Need for Speed that good. You know, due to the CPU. Now, the minimum requirements for that game for the first Underground is a 700 megahertz Pentium 3. I do have a 1 gigahertz Pentium 3, but its front side bus is 133 instead of 100, and that particular board in there actually will not take a 133. It'll only take a 100, so it kind of sucks. Also, I forgot to mention too that the power supply for that Dell, and it is a proprietary power supply. Its power supply actually died, so I'm gonna have to see if I can scope one out. It's a Dell Dimension XPS or XPS T450 in case anybody wants to know. But yes, it does have a specific power supply that it's supposed to take because Dell and their infinite wisdom. I'm gonna kind of blast through here. Oh, I think we are gonna call this 2000s gaming. Oh, it won't let me bypass that. So let me get a product key here that'll get it at least installed. Okay. So I have a product key put in. Like I said, I think this product key that I looked up is actually just to get past that part. You will have to activate it. We're not going to put in a password right now. Okay. It says the time is off. That's because it was set for Pacific time zone and not Central. Now that we got past that part, I'm going to shut up and let this thing roll. So on a quick note, when it comes to Movie Maker, I do want to try to make a video using this computer at some point and use Movie Maker to edit and put it up. Wouldn't that be fun? Guys, let me know in the comments below if you guys would want to see that. Let's see if we got sound. We have sound? We do not have sound. That sucks. Alright guys, so as you can see, or hear, I guess, there is no sound, unfortunately. Oh, we're not going to do that right now. Name this 2000s. Says thank you. Here it is, guys. The Windows XP Service Pack 2. Let me go find some drivers real quick and get some drivers for this in here, and we'll kind of start playing with it a little bit. See what we got. I will be back.
A few moments later.
All right, guys. I had went and got some drivers. Very first thing I have to do is install WinRAR 3.0 because a couple of the files are RAR files, and Windows XP, of course, does not come with any of that. Very first thing we are going to do is we are going to put the chipset driver in first. If you have the choice to do that, that would be the very first thing that I would do. Chipset drivers first. And I'm sure a lot of everybody knows this already, but just in case, you always want to do chipset drivers if the chipset drivers were not found by Windows. Looks like we got the SM bus driver, Ethernet driver, storage driver, audio driver. All right. Looks like it's got every driver I need. Found an Ethernet controller. Good. Let's see. Looks like that's ready to use. SW driver information. You want to? Yes. I'm guessing. I'm not really sure if I need that driver, but I'm going to go ahead and install it anyway, just in case. Looks like it's installing the audio drivers as well, which is good. So that might be the only thing I need when it comes to the motherboard side of things. Now, I do have a video driver for the card that's in it. I'm going to let this do its thing, get all of the other components installed and ready to rock and roll before I even think about putting that video driver in. Now, what's really crazy about this board is that NVIDIA themselves, from what I understand, has actually made the chipset for this board. Were they actually the manufacturers of this board? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you guys in the comments can tell me below if that's the case. Let's see. Do you want to install NVIDIA Firewall and Forceware Network Access Manager? Sure. Let's go ahead and install that. Just go ahead and install everything. This way the board works like it's supposed to. Let's just do a complete. I've got plenty of hard drive space on here. I'm not too worried about it. We're not going to go with any other language. Stick English. Both Windows Firewall and Active Armor Firewall with only NVIDIA anti-hacking features. We're just going to go ahead and do this. I'm pretty sure that all of this is completely out of date. It can never be too safe, especially when it comes to Windows XP. Just going to let it sit here and install. I've had this computer for, like I said, I've had it for a while, and it is pretty... Oh, did you hear that? Oh, we have sound. Let me turn those speakers up a little bit. You guys can hear the actual nostalgia of it all. I gotta find that freaking floppy disk in the BIOS so that I can shut that off. I'm sure some of you guys that are savvy in this stuff will actually see it before I did and point it out, be like, hey, it's in here. It's in there. It's pretty good. This thing is actually doing really well so far. Like I said, I haven't bench tested this thing yet. In this video, we're just getting this thing up and running. I think in the next video, we are going to actually play some games on it. So it looks like it installed, since this has a NVIDIA sound on it, I really don't need this one, so we will get rid of it. Let's get this video installed. Yes, run it, install. I think this version is 14.4, I think is what the latest one is that can be used on XP. So I might be making a disk for this computer alone, just to kind of have for backup, you know, in case I ever have to wipe out the hard drive or something, I can reinstall everything without having to go back online and doing it. Let's go ahead and install. Let's go ahead and do custom install. Does not exist. Yes, we want to create it. HydraVision, AMD display driver, and then of course the control center. We will definitely take that. Except now it's going to install the video drivers. As soon as I can find it, I am going to be installing Microsoft Plus for XP on this, because who doesn't want that? All right, installation complete. Probably going to want to restart. Yes. That sound never gets old. I have not found the little key that pops up yet. Usually it does, like very shortly after you get it installed and up and running. So I may have to run a command to see if it's actually activated or not, or if it accepted that product key that I found for installation purposes. I want to see if it's actually going to use that to actually activate Windows. I mean, because if that's the case, that's a win, and I don't have to go through all that BS. Microsoft has made it pretty easy for Windows XP users now, so it's pretty good. Now, I don't know if they're collecting data on who's still using Windows XP or not, or anything like that. Ah, that sounds so good. We're going to leave it 800 by 600, and it does not look like it actually installed the driver. Okay, so it did not install the video driver, so I might have the wrong one. I think I might have just got the wrong driver, actually. And that could be why it is not working. Okay, so it is a 6670, not a 6770. That was my fault. Okay, let's do this again. It's the same driver. So I'm not 100% sure. Let me do some digging. I want to see if I can find a driver that will work.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, we're going to uninstall version 14.4 because I was doing a little bit of digging. Took me forever to find it, but apparently if you don't have Service Pack 3 installed, according to what I read now, if you don't have Service Pack 3 installed, the 14.4 version will not work. We are going to uninstall the 14.4 version. We're going to go ahead and install 12.1 version. We're going to see if this works, because like I said, right now it's not showing in the device manager. And I also figured out too, also in the device manager, I will have to have that RAID driver. So I'll have to go back and get that, which is fine. So I don't remember if this version or if these older AMD Catalyst ones gives me the ability to do a clean install, which I don't think they do. Current version is not installed. That's fine. So it does not give me the clean install like it does on the newer models. Hopefully it will find it. And it might have this time. It might have actually found it this time. So I don't remember it doing that first time I installed it. Do you guys? All right, installation complete. So let's go ahead and restart and see if video drivers come. And if I have to install Service Pack 3 just to get the version 14.4, which I do believe is the newest version for this card in a Windows XP machine, that's fine. For now, we're going to see if 12.1 actually works. I got the oldest version that I could find that'll run on XP. Sometimes you just have to go with the oldest versions just to see where you can get, if you can get stuff installed or not. But we're about to find out right now. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry this video is so long. But this is kind of another passion of mine. It's not just radios, but... And it looks like resolution is the same. That's not good. So... what do we got? Let's do settings. Okay, so it looks like it did find it. Good, 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 good. Okay, now to confirm this, let's go here. See if I found it. There it is. Okay, in this particular instance, you want to have the oldest version for Windows XP if you guys are going to do stuff like this. That's what I have done, especially with Service Pack 2 and Service Pack 1. You want to go with the oldest versions if you can. If you can find them, great. But if you can only find ones for like Service Pack 3, then update your system to Service Pack 3 unless you have a installation where it's automatically Service Pack 3 anyway. Let's do one thing. Windows logo key R, DX diag, because I want to see what version of DirectX this is running. Looks like it's running 9C. That's good. Let's go ahead and do a little test on it. Yes. See the bouncing box? Very slow on your guys' end. Holy crap. That is not what it looks like on in real life. But yes, I did see that. Okay. So, and this camera sucks. So it is actually nice and smooth, but according to this video, it is not. That is insane. All right. So let's do this. Wow, that camera is terrible. But it is nice and smooth. Awesome. I like it. Wow, this poor camera. Oh, I'm gonna have to invest in an actual camera here, guys. Wow, this is crazy. Oh, that is bad. Holy crap. Oh. Yeah, so I think next time I do a video, I'm gonna get one of the better cameras and maybe put that one somewhere else. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. So 14.4 does work if you have Service Pack 3. I do not. 12.1 works. I think in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and install some programs. Microsoft Plus for XP. I think we're gonna get the Ultra Pack or Mega Pack or whatever it is. I think it's like 2 discs big, which I do believe I've got a copy of it. We are gonna go ahead and install some games, probably Need for Speed, Underground, first one, and then we're gonna install Underground 2 just to kind of see how this computer will do it. Then we're gonna install Quake 3 Arena, that sort of thing. I will have to connect it to the network to drag some of these games off of my NAS, so you guys will be able to see that as well. That'll be interesting. So anyway, guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you guys actually enjoy this sort of content as well. Yes, I will still have radio stuff up. I just don't have my stuff completely set up yet. I don't have it fine-tuned yet, at least to my liking. It works, it gets out. I've shot Skip a couple of times. This is a new video series that I kind of want to do on my channel. I'm kind of hoping it takes off. Capture card would be very handy in a situation like this. Obviously, the camera that I was using was not very good. I mean, my God. Oh, you guys are going to laugh so much. I've got a lot more content when it comes to old computer stuff. I have a NAS that I want to show you that I have built and finally got up and running. I also want to show you guys my other network that I'm running. It's actually a offline network. It does not have internet access. It will every once in a while just to do updates, but that's about it. Once those updates are done, it comes right back offline and it stays offline. The cool thing about my big computer is that it's able to connect to both networks at the same time. As far as the gaming side of my computer, my new computer, well, newish, I will have some gaming stuff put up. It's not going to be as much as like the old nostalgic older computers, try to get them up and running, and maybe, you know, maybe there would be some collectors out there that actually watch these videos and would like to, you know, get their hands on a couple of them. I've got a whole stack, guys. Like, in the next video, I will show you on how much crap I've actually gotten, and it's mind-boggling. Like I said, unfortunately, it came from my stepdad who passed away 6 months ago. There's a lot of stuff to go through. I mean, I have been through pretty much all of the hard drives that I have found. Got data, pictures, music, little videos, you know, memorabilia, all that stuff. That stuff that took me, oh God, I want to say about 2 weeks, just straight 2 weeks through to get all of those hard drives done. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. This video is long enough. I'm going to be back, hopefully indefinitely now. We will talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace.